Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Eagle Nick Audits back one more time. We are starting out on a very beautiful day today. Good morning. I'm back. I had to step down there into them there bathroom trees, as I call them, seeing as how they ain't got a bathroom down here you can use. You know, it's funny, they suck out all them there taxes to support them there parks. Yeah, they got too many of them there parks where they ain't got no bathroom for somebody to alleviate themselves. What's up with that? Why they taking all that there tax money, but they ain't putting it into them there bathrooms to let people use them there bathrooms? Good morning, Michael Kunkel, the True Spitter. Glad to see you this morning. Eagle Nick Audits is back one more time. And it is the starting of a very beautiful day. And Eagle Nick is starting it the right way. We got an ice cold Mountain Dew unopened, fixing to give it a swig. Pop a top again. I love them live streams you'll be on there with my with Northwoods Press. I heard y'all talking about that El Chupacabra. I kept asking how come it smelled like chicken feed in there last night, but nobody never did answer. That's because I was sitting back watching y'all on the TV. I can't chat on the TV. I wasn't spying on y'all though, brother. I love all y'all. I was just have my phone on the charger. Had to get my phone charged up where I ran it down so bad. But I love to be able to stream directly through my TV. That way I can keep up with what's going on before I come in. Yes, sir. I love it. I loved it. I didn't like that there false advertisement about them there great tits. That was a little bit of false advertisement. Good morning, Gypsy Auditor UK. Great to see you again, my friend. Everybody, please be sure to check out Michael Kunkel, the Truth Spitter, on YouTube. Also, check out that there Gypsy Auditor UK. Now, I do not know why I did not notice that UK at the end of it. I was under the assumption that Gypsy was in Australia. Now, that there is what you call assuming. And I proved a point to myself by assuming that when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, but it was only EagleNick that was an ass made out of, because I had asked where them there kangaroos was before I realized that Gypsy was in the UK. We welcome our friend from the UK this morning and thank him so much for being on here. Hope that there Gypsy lady and that there Gypsy granny all has a awesome day as well. Y'all feel free to pop y'all's links up in the chat. EagleNick Audits would appreciate it. I like to make sure that everyone is aware of all the awesome YouTube channels that is out there. I seen my buddy Felipe headed down the road there, headed into work. And Michael, if you would, please, I'd like for you to do Northwoods Press and Mama Bear and NH Mountain Girl and Vigilante Media, everybody you can think of. I like to make sure we get everybody a equal treatment. You know, I'm all about sharing the caring. You know, we're all supposed to stand up for each other and stand behind each other. Now, EagleNick Audits does not seek to tear any channel down. I only seek to help them grow. You know, there's a lot of people that watches YouTube. They're not aware of all the other channels. And the main way they find out is when they subscribe to a certain channel. If they check out the subscriptions from that channel, now, EagleNick, sorry about that. I let that cigarette back up. Now, that is the second time I've had it lit. Every time I put it out and light it back, it gets stronger and it about tears my head off. But I was going to say, old EagleNick had to drag his butt up out of that there bed this morning, because I did what I said I wasn't going to do last night. I said I was going to go to bed early, that I wasn't going to sit up all night watching them there live streams and listen to that music on Northwoods Press. But I popped in and had a little visit with Mama Bear during her live stream. I popped in for a minute on the Cape Cod Cop Watch. I popped in on NH Mountain Girl and that Northwoods Press, and I stayed in there for a little while. But then I had to put my phone back on the charger So I just sat there watching on the TV, and lo and behold, I did it again. I stayed up a little bit too late to where I did not want to crawl out of that there bed this morning. So how is everyone doing this morning? It is showing 68 people in here. EagleNick would appreciate it if y'all would step up to that there chat and at least say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Now, when I got up this morning, I found that it is like it normally is early in the morning. I had two of them there trampoline subscribers who keeps hopping on and off of my YouTube channel. My subscriber count goes up in the evening by 2 and down in the morning by 2 about every single day. Now, I'm going to figure out a way to find out who them two trampoline subscribers are, and I can guarantee you when I get a hold on them, they won't be bouncing on and off anymore because EagleNick Audits is going to bounce them out that door permanently. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing them there trampoliners. I'm nearly positive it's some of them there law enforcement. If you're going to subscribe, make sure you stay on there because if I catch you bouncing on and off, you won't do no more bouncing. You know what I mean, Vern? I will show them the business end of these here Crocs. Now, these Crocs make real good kicking weapons to put a boot in somebody's ass. Well, good morning to you. You're at my park right now. Where you at? I see 3 different vehicles out here. Wait, make that 2 vehicles. I see a little gray one and a little burgundy color one. So which one are you at? Well, I am glad you see me. Why don't you come on over and say howdy and we will put you on this here live stream. I believe I am sitting still. Why don't you come on over here? There ain't nothing between us but hour and opportunity. And there went the hour. So come on over. You're the next contestant on the EagleNick Audit Show. Come on. Come on over here, Michael. Come on, I ain't scared. Bring your buddies with you. No, I'm not scared. You better bring some of your buddies with you. It is a little after 7 in the a.m. I do not know the exact time. It does not show me the phone while I'm on the live stream. I'm not scared of nothing. I'm not scared of spiders or snakes. Well, come on. Oh, I see you back there. You're that there tree. Hey, tree, what you doing? Good morning, John C. How you doing this morning? You must be that fart I just let out. Fluff bread, because I did have a fart just rip loose. I see you now. I thought I smelled something. Well, come on up here. We got something for you, big boy. You know what we mean, Burn? You see that there black bag laying up there on the table? Can you see that there black bag laying on the table? Come on up. It's got a surprise inside. I got spiders in my head. Yakety yak, don't smoke crack. Come on back. Good morning, Miss Eileen. How are you doing this morning? It is a beautiful, glorious day. We got one of them there trollers done out here trolling, but they're not catching any fish, if you know what I mean. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm scared. They're back here behind me. Let me show you what a beautiful day we got coming up here. That is very good, Miss Eileen. I appreciate you coming in again. Now it is a little after 7 a.m. here in Dalton, Georgia. I do not know the exact time because it does not show me the time while I'm on this here live stream. I would say it's probably about 15 or 20 after. Good morning, A Gold. How you doing? So glad to see you. Yeah, I believe that there fluff is in one of them there garbage cans. I thought I smelled something funny when I came up over here. They said they was back there behind me. I do believe that's where people goes to take a big old dump, if you know what I mean. It did sort of smell a little odd out here. Yes, ma'am, Miss Eileen. Them sunrises are just gorgeous. Or actually, as the sun gets closer to us, it is gorgeous. I would rather have toast and fluffy bread anyway. You know what I mean, Burn? The fluffy bread is good on a hamburger, but if I'm going to be eating some bacon and eggs, I like to have toast. Slap a little butter on that there bread and slap it in the oven until it gets good and brown. So how are you doing this morning, John? Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Corey Thomas. EagleNick Audits doesn't use that there jam. I'm from the South. We use jelly. Now, some people call it jam, but old EagleNick calls it jelly. And I thought that there fluffy bread was down here because I thought I smelled something that smelled a little smelly, if you know what I mean, Vern. Hey, I'll tell you something else that goes good with them bacon and eggs and toast, and that's some of them good old grits. EagleNick is from the deep South, and I love them there old grits and bacon and toast and fried eggs or scrambled eggs or heck, both of them. And I also like to go to that there Waffle House and have that there All-Star. I hear that, brother. That's what I said about them there vehicles. Them things get shackled around your ankle. They will cost you an arm and a leg. Now, that's why I got rid of mine back in 2018. Now, I never had no trouble with it. It was a immaculate condition Kia Optima LX. But that darn insurance kept going up and up and up without me ever having any traffic accidents or any traffic tickets. So old EagleNick got sick and tired of that there high prices real quick. You know, the age I am and the age I was already at that threshold where every year without an accident, my insurance was supposed to be coming down instead of going up, steadily climbing. Now, if I want to climb a mountain, I will go climb one. Wee doggy, now you talking, Corey. We gonna have to quit talking about all that darn breakfast food. That's gonna make old EagleNick get hungry. And EagleNick wasn't able to go up there at that Providence Ministries to enjoy a good, nutritious breakfast. Today is the first week that I have been banned from Providence, so I can't go up there to enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner anymore. Now, I can go to Dalton's Greater Works at lunch and dinner today, Monday through Thursday, so at least 4 days of the week, I'll be able to eat twice a day. And then they serve breakfast on Sunday. Yeah, brother, it is what it is, though. When it happens, all you can do is roll with it, roll with it. You got to roll with the flow and the way that it go. I thought maybe that there might be old Fluffy out there in the parking lot, but let's turn this around. Looks like they're putting on their boots. That looks like they're taking off shoes and putting on boots. Maybe they want to try to stomp some mud holes. That is exactly right, Corey. That is exactly how I take it. Just one day at a time. Now, if that is that old fluffy bread, they didn't come up any closer. Now, EagleNick is not wearing any of them dar boots. I'm wearing my Crocs. Yes, sir, John C. In the not so great state of Georgia, we call that there uninsured motorist coverage. But let me tell you this, that there insurance is not all it's cracked up to be anyway. Now, my brother-in-law, he had full coverage insurance. And he was sound asleep one morning between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning, him and my wife out on the corner and where I was arrested at that trailer, when lo and behold, there was a Hispanic man come flying up the road you see directly out there in front of you, which is Thread Mill Road, running about 60 miles an hour, drunk as a skunk. He tried to make that there left-hand turn onto our road and did not make the turn, but ran right smack square into my brother-in-law's pickup truck, totaling the pickup truck, knocking the pickup truck over into a 250-gallon propane gas tank, rupturing that gas tank, put a little dent in the side of the trailer, right there by their bedroom, woke them up, about scared them to death. Now, all my brother-in-law got out of that there full coverage insurance was woke up by a drunk Hispanic male who took off a running after he hit that there truck and sent his son back up there to act like that they were the one who was driving because the father was drunker than a skunk. Of course, that their police officer believed every word that was said. They swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. You have a very awesome day, Corey. Please come back anytime that you would like. EagleNick Audits really and truly appreciates you. You have a blessed day and an awesome meal as well. But now what I was saying, my brother-in-law, all he got out of it was woke up. That their insurance company paid that truck off that was totaled. They did not give him any money. They did not get him a new vehicle. They took that there truck that got totaled. All they got was woke up. Now that there insurance company paid My brother, for that little dent in the end of the trailer, they paid for that there big old 250-gallon gas tank to Judd and Sims, who owned that gas tank. But my brother-in-law didn't get nothing out of it. Now that goes to show that there insurance is not all that it is cracked up to be, especially when you have that there full coverage. Now I told them if it had been me, I would have sued my insurance company as well as the insurance company that a person was driving. And if they did not have insurance, I would have sued the police department for letting them get out here driving without insurance, for letting them get out here driving drunk. Now, when I say police department, I don't think it was the city. I believe it was the county. Well, that there fella got out and put on his boots, but he got back in. Don't seem to be wanting to come over here. So if that's that there fluffy bread, you ain't too damn fluffy. You know what I mean, Vern? Wow, right as I say that, they gonna go pulling out. Y'all come back now, you hear? I guess they didn't want to take a chance on what's in that there black bag. It's a good thing. I'd hate to have to smack them upside the head with that there can of chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. It does a body good, but it does even better to prop up that there phone, if you know what I mean, Vern. Try to make sure I got that there lean to it going back so that I make sure that phone don't flop over backwards again. Gonna end up expanding that there crack in the screen. Now I hear a bunch of them there Canadian geese flying around. They was over there on that poor side of the park out there in that there ball field. Somebody step on up into the chat and say what's on your mind. Don't be scared. It's showing 66 people, but we don't have anybody talking but two. Good morning. It's a beautiful day. Blue sky. That there fluffy bread must have been more like moldy bread. It just sits there. It's not good for nothing. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The sky's pretty and the weather is good. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Howdy, neighbors. EagleNick Audits here. Y'all step on into that there chat and say hello. Don't be afraid. I hope that there cat ain't got your tongue. Old EagleNick Audits is enjoying that ice cold Mountain Dew I got over at the store this morning. Just sitting down here relaxing, checking out the beautiful sky, and maybe a few cars as they pass by. Now, I have a couple of them there trampoline subscribers, I call them, that likes to bounce on and off of my YouTube channel. You know, that's because they also like to bounce on and off something else, if you know what I mean, Vern. I will not spell it out, but I'm sure you can get the gist of what I'm saying. That is the type of people that do not have the nerve to say anything. They just want to pop on and off. I'll tell you right now, if that daggum EagleNick Audits has got something to say, he's going to say it. You know what I mean, Vern? EagleNick don't sugarcoat. He don't see it. He don't beg. He don't roll over, and he don't play dead. Now, you can't be scared. They can't nobody get to you. You out there on that there internet, you know. Can't nobody bite you. Can't nobody fight you. Y'all come on in. Hey, howdy. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And be sure to check out all of EagleNick Audits subscriptions. Now, I subscribe to some of the best channels on YouTube. CG Rooster, good morning. LLC, hopefully that limited license corporation will grow to an incorporated. You know what I mean, Vern? It is a very, very, very beautiful day. And I'm starting it out the EagleNick way. Look, we got one of them there squirrels. There's Fluffy. Hey, Fluffy Tail, I didn't know you was a squirrel. Little fluffy tail squirrel there been talking all that trash. Yeah, I'm sure they got all kind of their fresh fish and stuff. Oh, EagleNick Audits does not eat fish other than from Long John's or Captain D's or them there fish sticks. I don't really care about none of that there other stuff. EagleNick Audits does not use his bait. I fish with shrimp. There goes that there Spectrum. That is who I've got my mobile internet through, my mobile phone service, and my internet at that there Eagle's Nest. Now, if you have Spectrum in your area and you are not utilizing their internet or cable, you are missing out. Now, Spectrum is very reliable. They do not have as many outages as some of the other cable companies. Now, they sort of have a monopoly in this area. They only have really Dalton Utilities as a competitor. Good morning, JD. How are you doing this morning, my friend? Check out that there beautiful sky. Is that not just lovely? Do you see back over this way, it's a little bit darker. But you can see that there sun starting to peek through all them low-lying clouds. But it is a very, very beautiful day. And it gets more beautiful every time I see somebody step up and say hello. You got that right there, CG. Them squirrels is trying to steal my nuts. I thought that was that there fluffy bread. I thought it said fluffy bread. Maybe it meant fluffy squirrel tail. Them there clouds are just out of sight. You know what I mean, Burn? The EagleNick would like to apologize if I go too fast and give you that there whiplash. Now, EagleNick Audits is not responsible for that there whiplash. You'll have to take that up with YouTube. Warning, enter at your own risk. Now, there might be some people out there going to have to go buy them a big old family size of that there Preparation H and Vagisil so they can watch EagleNick Audits. They probably out, if they are, they're undercover. They might be hiding over here in the bushes. You can see old EagleNick has got that soup can sitting there to hold my phone up. That might be one of them coming right through yonder. That might be old fluffy bread finally gonna come out. It looks like more old dried up bread than fluffy bread. Yeah, the temperature is starting to change around here as well. Hopefully it'll only be a couple of more weeks. And I'm going to try to start seeing if I can go do some fishing videos. He might try. Did y'all catch that live stream yesterday evening where that Camaro was out here by the road doing them do-nots? They was out there burning the rubber off. It is toward the very end of that there live stream. the last one I did yesterday. Nope, he kept on going. If he was going to, he thought better of it when he seen how big of a boy old EagleNick is when he's standing up. EagleNick audits. Know what I mean, Vern? Y'all have a blessed day. Yeah, it's right on the end of that there live stream yesterday evening. We caught that dance again. Seen a lot more of that there beautiful dancing that was going on. And there toward the very end, that car had pulled in a time before and they barely kicked it, it says going out, but I missed it. But there toward the end, they did it again, and I got it all on live stream. I mean, it was awesome. There was a smoke flying through the air, and that car was just spinning like a top. Yep, he's just undercover right now. No, they not any lot lizards out here today. I guess they moved to a new lot. I guess they are working the other side of town this morning. You know, that's the thing about them there lot lizards. There's not a lot of them around at the same time unless you go to certain areas. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Here comes that county mountie. He's hitting them there brakes, but he didn't come in, so maybe he'll come down here and pull in. We do have a county mountie just went by. So we're going to set it down just like that there, so if he comes riding back by, we get a better view. Now, I wish I had old Snatchy down here with me, like I said before, because old Snatchy has a 32 times the zoom. I could have pulled it in on him when he went by just then, where it looked like he was parked out right here on the concrete. Not the parking lot, but the concrete up here where I'm at. Oh, Snatchy has an awesome zoom. Now, this old TCL phone here, it gives a brighter, clearer picture, a lot more color, but that Motorola G Pure phone has a whole lot better of a zoom. It was an awesome phone until that there Dalton Police Department snatched it out of my hand. Now, I believe they did something to that there phone so that when I use it, they can try to monitor it. No, they're not. Lot lizards are not poisonous. Not unless they bite you too much. No, they're not poisonous. They charge different prices depending on the lot lizard. Them there lot lizards comes in all shapes and sizes. You got to keep a close eye on your billfold, though. They might not bite you and kill you, but they might try to rob you. Now, I do not know if that there Whitfield County Mountie will come down here and pull in or not. Normally in the morning, they will pull in up there by the pond, but they don't usually pull in down here. Now, yesterday morning, I did get one on camera on the live stream. I think it was morning. It was either the morning or the afternoon live stream. Good morning to everybody who has just came in. It's showing we've got 132 people in here. EagleNick would truly appreciate it if some of y'all would hop in that there chat box just to say hello or anything you would want to say. Yeah, you got to watch out for them there lot lizards and their companions. I'm going to pick up this phone and just hold it for a minute in case they come back by, because I want you to see how gorgeous that sky's getting to look. Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. And there's a lot of them dark clouds. Have you ever seen a more glorious sight? That is the glory of God's handiwork. There he goes. He's headed down. He did not come in. Maybe next time, friend. Maybe next time. Well, now, I'll tell you, Chuck, EagleNick Audits does not hate cops, but I do hate pignorant cops. I hate police officers and cops who are pignorant, who violate people's constitutional rights, who do not stand up to the oath that they swore on their honor to defend the Constitution, to defend the constitutional rights of the citizens for whom they work. You know, I do not work for public servants. Public servants work for me. There's a YouTube channel that says you have rights, Cops Have Duties. Make sure to check it out. That is also another channel that I subscribe to. Make sure to check out my subscriptions, because that is 110% the truth. You have rights, but cops have duties. They swore to serve and protect. They swore an oath to serve the public and to protect the Constitution and to protect the constitutional rights of we the people. Now, those rights were given to us by the Creator who created all things. Those rights were not given to us by man. They were not given to us by our government. Our government is supposed to defend the Constitution and defend the constitutional rights of we the people. You know what I mean, Vern? Oh, I found that there, Fluffy. Here he is. He said he's right behind me. There you are, Fluffy. Look more like toothpaste. You see, right here I am, and there's old Fluffy. How you doing, Fluffy? But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Coming up on 58 minutes, we've been on this here live stream. I heard that there, JD, EagleNick Audits, likes a little bit of food on his salt. You know what I mean? I like mustard on my biscuits with some of them there fried taters. I always said life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Stupid is as stupid does. Jeannie, come back. Run, Forrest, run, Forrest. Forrest, have you ever been with a girl before? Sure, I've been with my mama and that other dude. That ain't what I mean, Forrest. Now, y'all just know if old Jeannie had just called Forrest up and said, hey, Forrest, come over here to the house. I got something for you. He would have run even faster. Good morning, Ecto Squid. How you doing this morning? I like them there fried taters too. Well, John C., it all depends on what kind of interactions they might have had with them there cops. If you know the full story about how the cops treat some people, you would know why some people has that sentiment about police. Dadgummit. I'm trying to get a good setup right here. This piece of crap. Well, thank you there, Mr. Craig Hawkins. I'm glad this here is interesting and exciting. You missed that there County Mountie who went by a while ago. I appreciate you stopping in. You don't got to stay. The door opens up to go out the same way it opens to come in. This here is what you call a meet and greet. You get to meet EagleNick audits and you can greet EagleNick audits. I appreciate you saying that you find this exciting. I find it very exciting as well. Hey, EagleNick Audits loves that there restaurant called Checkers. Now that there Checkers has some good French fries. You know what I mean, Vern? Now that there Baconzilla is an awesome bacon cheeseburger. EagleNick Audits likes to get that there Baconzilla plain. Just the meat, cheese, the bread, the bacon, and that there cheese sauce, along with one of them big old large fries. That Checkers has some of the best fries, boy. Woo, doggy. Now, EagleNick Audits used to love that there Central Park, but Central Park has not been in Dalton, Georgia in nearly 20 years now. I hope my friend Mr. Pooh Noah has a safe trip coming to Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia today, all the way from up there in eastern Tennessee. Now, Mr. Pooh Noah is supposed to get in touch with EagleNick Audits. He is going to try to come down to Dalton just to say howdy. There goes one of them there school buses. There goes another one of them there school buses. Somebody getting schooled, if you know what I mean. Bam! It's a score. You know, if it wasn't for that there little disagreement, y'all might be best friends. Why don't we all just shake hands and try to get along a little better? We got a photo bomber here wanting to do a little photo bombing. I am so glad to see you both and glad you are here. So why don't y'all quit fighting and drink you a beer? And if you don't drink, you can roll you a smoke. Take a few hits, but I call it a toke. Pass it to the right. Well, you know I can be found sitting all alone. If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Ooh, you make me live. You're my best friend. John C., Chuck C., peace, brothers. Peace, peace. I'm going to light a cigarette apiece, everybody. When I light this here cigarette, everybody's going to start getting along. You watch. I appreciate John C. and Chuck C. for coming in, as well as everyone who comes on to my live streams. Now, a lot of people don't like EagleNick. They only come into this here live stream to make fun of EagleNick or to talk about the way I talk or how I look. You know, I can't change none of them there things. I do not have no control over the way I talk. I don't have one of them voice changers or voice rearrangers. I can't help it because of how I look, but oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. To know me is to love me, 'cause I get better looking each day. Good morning, Dixie. How you doing this morning? Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, Gary Warren. It is a very lovely morning. You want to see something party? Check that out. If I can get stand up there. I hear one of them there airplanes. I better look. They might be going to try to drop a bomb on old EagleNick. There it is. Let's pull it in. There goes a UFO. An ugly, fat object. Yep, an ugly, fat object. It was ugly and it was fat. Now, EagleNick audience is UP and UW. I'm underpaid and overworked. It's hard to be so good looking, but dadgummit, somebody's got to do it. You know what I mean, Vern? And you never did think that it ever would happen again in America, did you? You never did think that we'd ever get together again. We damn sure fooled you. We're walking real loud and we're talking real proud again in America. And you never did think that it'd ever get together again. Now, we may do a little fighting amongst ourselves, but you outside people best leave us alone. Because we'll all stick together, and you can take that to the bank. We're the cowboys and the hippies and the rebels and the Yanks. You just go and lay your hand on the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. God bless America again. We got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. 'Cause you can't stomp us out and you can't make us run. 'Cause when them old boys raised on shotguns, we say grace and we say ma'am. If you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. We came from the West Virginia coal mines, the Rocky Mountains, and the western skies. We can skin a buck, we can run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. We can also ride one of them there bicycles like you ain't never seen. What a beautiful sight. Y'all be ready. Good morning. Now, y'all seen that lady gave us the peace sign. That was a kind lady. We have a lot of kind people down here in Georgia, but we also got some of them kind that you don't want to run into, especially in a dark alley, if you know what I mean. That was probably that there blue jay. Check it out now, boy. And I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. We're going to put our feet back on the path of righteousness, and then God bless America again. Now, that's what America needs to do. We need to put our feet back on the path of righteousness, And then the Creator will bless this nation again. This nation has turned its back on the Creator, as has the whole world. That is all because we are taught to not believe in a Creator. We are taught to believe that this world just created itself, that there was just a little bitty thing that crawled up out of the water and it morphed into one thing and then it changed into something else. And finally, it evolved into a man. Now, I am here to tell you that our evolution theory is a bunch of garbage. It belongs right here in that there trash can. Because we were created in the image of our Maker. After his likeness, he imparted his spirit within man. That is how come man is a living soul. We have a soul that will never die. But where your soul spends eternity is all up to you. Will you spend eternity in eternal darkness? Or will you spend eternity in the presence of a ever-loving God? Will you live in his presence and in his love? Or will you live in outer darkness? That choice is up to every one of us to make of our own free will, because that is exactly what our Creator gave us all, is free will to decide for ourselves. You can decide to reject him, or you can decide to accept him. The choice is only up to you. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. They give us half-truths. They don't tell you the whole truth. They say that everything you see came about because of a Big Bang. They call it the Big Bang Theory. Now, I'm here to tell you that that is a half-truth, because there was a Big Bang when the world and everything was created, but that was the voice of the Creator speaking it into existence. There was nothing until he created it. There's our friends over here changing the garbage again. They do an awesome, awesome job. Now, they threw away my little green friend over here yesterday. But we got that darn vampire with us. Hey, y'all make sure y'all check out EagleNick Audit's YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that there subscribe, like, share, and comment on as many of them there videos as you can and will. Be sure to let them there ads play so EagleNick Audits can receive a few pennies every day from that there YouTube through them there advertiser. Now, EagleNick Audit sees a city police officer way over yonder, but it looks like they are turning around. They are not coming over this way. Let's see if we can see them. Look, you see that? Let's see if I get that fence in view. You see them parked way over by that yellow pole. Now, that is the Dalton City Police Department. Good morning there, Mr. Dalton City Police Officer. How you doing this morning? EagleNick audits. He just checked the speed on that there jogger going by. I hope that there jogger wasn't going too fast. Now, it is about time that they sit there and watch some of that traffic that comes flying up and down that there road in a 25-mile-an-hour speed zone, that some of them there vehicles will come up through there doing 60 miles an hour. But I'm sure if it is some of his buddies, that he would just let them go. Say, hey, man, you need to slow down a little bit. You know what I mean, Vern? I have never seen them parked over yonder before. You know, they are out there in plain sight to where anybody would be able to see them. But like I said, they is some of them vehicles that flies like a bat out of hell. Now, I've been coming up that road pushing my bicycle on the side because it is a little incline, a little small hill. And I had a white SUV fly around me one time all the way over into the other lane of traffic. And they came very close to hitting a vehicle headed east head on. Now, if the vehicle going east had been going as fast as that there car headed west had been going, they would have been a major accident, and I'm sure somebody would have got hurt severely. But by the grace of God, they did not end up meeting head on. But I just wanted to let everybody see that there, city police officer. Let's walk over here closer to them trees. See if we can't get a better view. Now, I wish I had that there snatchy phone with me this morning, because if I had those snatchy with me, I could pull it up from back there at the table where it looked like they was sitting right here in that spot. But this old phone here only has a 4 times the zoom, whereas old snatchy, I call it that because it got snatched out of my hand. Look there, he's taking off now, boy. Oh, he didn't want me to get too close to him. He had to go. You know what I mean, Vern? I'd say that there dispatch told him he needed to move before I got too close of a view, if you know what I mean, Vern. Look, check out the black marks. Now, where was the Dalton Police Department when them people were down here making them there black marks? They wasn't nowhere near around here. They wasn't here when they was making all them other ones all over here either. Look, check it out. Now, somebody has a lot of money to be able to burn their tires off like that. Yep, spotted that there fuzzy. I believe that was that there fuzzy bread. But you see, when I got a little bit too close for comfort, they had to split. Now, they did not want EagleNick to get a up close and personal view. Now, like I said, I wish I had that there Motorola G Pure phone down here instead of this old TCL. Now, because if I had it, I could have pulled it in from that table right there, and you would have thought they were sitting right here. Thank you there for that vote of confidence, JD, that EagleNick for president. I guarantee you I could do a better job than that there president we got in office right now and the one who he is endorsing. I could do a better job as president when I was asleep than that there hyena. Now, I apologize if anyone is offended by me calling her a hyena, but that's how she lives. I sure am there, Nick Cox. I'm in Dalton, Georgia. I'm about 12, 13 miles away from Gordon County. But that there bicycle you see is my only means of transportation. Now, maybe that there Dalton City Police Department officer might want to come over here. I welcome them to come up and have a chat if they would like to have a chat with old EagleNick Audits. You know, I don't need them to bring me nothing cold to drink this morning. I got that darn Mountain Dew. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, EagleNick has plenty of them there 24/7 red 100s as well. But that sun sure is starting to beat down on me. I'm going to have to move. I really and truly appreciate you there. And there comes the county Mounties. There's our friend again. It showed us the hat. He is back again. He was pointing. That is a super cool officer right there. That is the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department. Now, I got him on the live stream yesterday. He actually showed us a view of that there hat he wears. Now, unlike that Dalton City Police Department officer, at least he was cordial. He drove up and waved at us. And another one is gone. Good morning, Alan Davis. Did you catch that there county Mountie? He came right on up, right in front of us. Uh-oh, EagleNick's got to catch his bag. It's blowing away. They're going to get me for littering. Come back here, you traitor. My bag is trying to sell me out and get me charged with that there littering. Looks like there's been some Smurfs down here having sex, if you know what I mean. That looks like that there Smurf. I bet it was Smurfy. That looks like a nice looking Dodge. I don't know if it's a Challenger or a Charger. Got them there funky rims on it. And I apologize about that there burp if y'all heard it. That wasn't bad manners. It's just that good Mountain Dew there, if you know what I mean, Burn. Jizz Wizard, good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Is that not ironic? Jizz Wizard, I just got to saying that's that there Smurf, Jizz. That is that there Smurf fluff. I believe that might be that there Fluffy Bread. Now, Fluffy Bread said they were right back there behind me. Now, I did smell some crap back in there when I walked that way before I started the live stream. But if they would have spoke up, I might have said hello. But that there Fluffy Bread had to get on out of there. Now, I still have not seen my stepson David back on here again. I think maybe he's having problems with them there Pampers. So, where'd you go, my stepson David? You better not be getting on your mama, because that's what EagleNick always does. I know your mama ain't jumping on you there, David, because she's been jumping on old EagleNick audits. Good afternoon, Ireland. This is EagleNick Audits in the glorious United States of America, but the not so great state of Georgia. But that's us country boy hillbillies calls it Georgia. We are down here enjoying a most beautiful day. We've had a Dalton City Police Department officer sitting way over yonder where you see that there yellow gate. It's way straight in front of that there vehicle. Now, I walked closer to get out there by them trees so we could get a good look at his vehicle, and he took off before I could get out there. But just a few minutes ago, we had a Whitfield County Sheriff's Department officer pulled all the way up here right in front of us and gave us that old howdy do. He was a real cool dude. Now, he is the one that was on the live stream yesterday who showed us that there hat that they wear. Now, that is what I said. I've not had any problems with the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department other than the fact that they would not let me do a bond when I was arrested for misdemeanor criminal trespass, damage of $500 or less at the United States Post Office in downtown Dawson, Georgia. Now, if you have not already seen that video, I have that video where I was arrested on my YouTube channel, as well as them there videos that I did at the post office, all except the second video where I went back on Valentine's Day. Now, I did my first audit on February the 9th at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton. Now, they did not have poster 7 posted as they was supposed to. There's a hawk up there if it don't land. It landed, though. I didn't see it soar until it was headed down. But they did not have poster 7 posted when I went up there the first time on February the 9th. But when I went back for a surprise visit on Valentine's Day, which is 5 days later, in case you're not aware when Valentine's Day is, they had 4 copies of poster 7 posted. They had one on each entrance door coming into the post office. They had one on the lobby door going inside to where you actually go to where they work and sell you stamps or mail your letters or packages themselves. And then they had one in the self-service area back there in a display case. Now, don't be a bad little boy. Your mama told me that you was a bad little boy sometimes when she was picking out them EagleNick feathers out of her ass last night. EagleNick, it's real. I am the real deal. There is nothing fake about me. You know what I mean there, Andrew. Mr. Andrew Bowman. They ain't nothing fake about me. You know what I mean, Vern? I'm as real as they get. You know what I mean, Vern? And that right there's a real bicycle. You know what I mean? Oh, it would definitely be that there grizzly bar. Them grizzly bars are mean. That old silverback gorilla might be pretty bad in his element, but you let that there silverback gorilla get in that there grizzly bear's element, and we're going to have a gorilla pie. You know what I mean? Well, EagleNick Audits likes them there eagles better. You know, the eagle is our national bird. It is not a hawk, but they are both on the protected species list that you cannot kill a hawk or an eagle. You know, that is your opinion that you like hawks better than eagles. Well, I guess that would depend on whose environment they were in. If they were in the grizzly bear's environment, the grizzly would probably win. But if they were in that there polar bear's environment, I would say that there polar bear would win. Yeah, old Benjamin Franklin wanted the national bird to be a turkey. There is so many of our public servants are mad because the turkey was not chose as our national bird, that they are turkeys themselves, if you know what I mean, Vern. Now, not all public servants are bad, but not all of them are good. That's pretty cool how they got them trees lined up down through there. But I've got over here in this here shade because over at the table that sun's beating down. It might be a good idea to move that darn Mountain Dew out of that direct sunlight. Because if I was getting hot, that baby's probably hot enough to do something else to besides drink. I might better move my chicken noodle soup on proper upper. Hello. Y'all make sure y'all visit EagleNick Audit's channel. Make sure you hit that there subscribe button. Hey, there's a spider crawling on my head. Get your butt off my head there, spider. You know what I mean, Vern? I got a spider on my head. It was there when I woke up and crawled out of bed. The old EagleNick Audits may act like he needs some nursing, but EagleNick cannot help you whether you're wanting to come to Australia or from Australia. I do not live in Australia, and I do not think that I could give you a ride back on my bicycle from Australia. Good morning, Miss Danita. How you doing this morning? Good morning, Brett. How you doing this morning, my friend? We've got someone else in here from Gordon County, if they're still here. Try to see if I can figure out who it was. Let's go. I'm going back to see Nick, N-I-C Cox. Nick Cox is from Gordon County. Hey, Nick Cox, you still in here, brother? Brett is from Gordon County as well. Yes, sir, Brett. N-I-C-C-O-X. He is from Gordon County as well. He was talking about it is a small world that we are so close. Yep, that's what I figured. I left that Mountain Dew out there in that sun too long, and it's got hot enough to make love to instead of to drink. But I might go ahead and drink it anyway, because I don't think I could do it. It wouldn't fit there. That baby's hotter than a $2 pistol. EagleNick Audits. Do the do. You know what I mean, Vern? Good stuff right there, brother. You know what I mean, Vern? Mountain Dew, the Tennessee original. Get you some. No, I hear them cicadas kicking up. Check it out. Yep, you stick your willy in that there thing, it might get stuck. It is gone now. It is gone like the wind. Frankly, my dear Charlotte, I don't give a damn. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, just to show y'all that old EagleNick Audits is an ingenuitive hillbilly. I'm pretty smart to be an old hillbilly. You see, I had that Mountain Dew can. I've got my phone in my left hand. I got my right hand free. That's because that's what that there pocket t-shirt is for. You can put anything in them there pockets. You know what I mean, Vern? It'll hold them there cigarettes, or it'll hold that there Mountain Dew can. Good morning. It's Koba. It is a beautiful day out here this morning. Now, I didn't mean to say it's morning, but that's what that there bootlicking Tro's mama was doing this morning before I kicked her out of the eagle's nest. Now, she didn't want to go, but she had to leave. No, we won't have none of that in here. Matthew has been looking in that there mirror trying to pass Matthew's reflection off as EagleNick, and I've done stated that I'm not going to tolerate that. Don't look at yourself and try to say it's me. You know what I mean, Vern? Yeah, buddy, it'll hold them there smokes. It'll hold anything you want to put in that there thing. Now, that there Matthew, who just went flying out the door, he don't keep his cigarettes in that pocket. Matthew don't put his cigarettes in his pocket. Matthew keeps his cigarettes in his rectum. I'm going to move this bag over here in the shade so my can of chicken noodle soup don't get cooked in there. I'm not trying to cook that there soup. I'm just trying to use that can to prop up my phone. But that there sun has got up so bright, I had to move out from under the table. Now, I wish they would put one of them tables over here in the shade. Good morning, midnight. Good morning, Leon. How you doing? I am the master of the universe. He-Man. I am doing exceptionally well this morning, midnight. How are you doing? Excuse me, I did not mean to burp. That ain't bad manners. That's just that there exceptional Mountain Dew. EagleNick, all it's just got through doing the dew. And now that there dew is starting to do EagleNick audits back in return. Yeah, old Skeletor, he was my arch enemy. He was always trying to get my stuff, and I said, hey, buddy, you better leave my stuff alone. I'll crack that skull. Mr. Alan Davis, you have an exceptionally awesome day. And when you pack that there bow, make sure you say hello to it for EagleNick audits. I appreciate you, Alan. Well, folks, I don't think we're going to stay down here too much longer. That sun is getting out pretty daggone bright. Been on here for 1 hour and 53 minutes in 5 seconds. So right now, 1 hour and 53 minutes. I have really and truly enjoyed spending time with everybody this morning. I'm going to have to get ready to head back up to the Eagle's Nest to see if that there stepson of mine's mama's going to come up and holler at old EagleNick. EagleNick's going to tell her she needs to make sure that there David keeps them Pampers changed a little more often. EagleNick does not like it when he has that there shit running down his legs. Now, some people calls them legs, but EagleNick audits calls them legs. But after all, old EagleNick is just one of them there hillbillies, a country boy, but proud of it. Good morning, Sergio. How are you doing this morning? It is an honor to see you in the chat. Now I'm going to go over here and get my bag that I've stuffed down in that there bench seat so it wouldn't blow away. And I might get on that there bicycle and get ready to ride off into that there sun. Hey, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to EagleNick Audits. And if you would, let them there ads play when you watch them there shorts, videos, and past live streams. Make sure to hit that there notification bell. You know what I mean, Burn. We're going to ride over here in the shade where it's a little bit cooler. Might try to sit here for a couple of more minutes. At least try to get up to 2 hours on the live stream. There we go. I'll just sit down right here. I'll just sit down right here on the curb here, the sidewalk. Yeah. Now that our internet kicked off for just a minute. I don't know why it would, seeing as how I'm up here even closer to the internet connection. It looks like I would have a better connection instead of a worse connection. I heard one of my crow buddies out here calling. Can y'all hear him? Well, it does not look like anybody else is going to say anything. Is this thing even on anymore? I do not know. It says I'm live. I know I am alive, but I do not know if this thing is actually still live. When it gets so quiet in here, I do not know. Look, commotion in the ocean. That is a shark book. Animals of Savannah. See if I can call one of my crow buddies down here. He's going away. He's landing way over yonder. He's keeping an eye out for them there city police officers for me. Maybe I can get him to come back by. Well, I do not see anybody saying anything. What's the matter with everybody? Cat got your tongue? Surely we do not have 121 people in here and nobody can talk. Even if you are not able to physically speak, surely you got fingers to where you could chat and say hello or say goodbye or say kiss my ass or anything. Say what you want to say. But it definitely looks like there's nobody else going to talk. Oh man, this dude is riding a little bitty baby on this thing. Check that out. Got a little bitty baby on that electric bike. Look at those clouds. How you doing? What kind of bike's that, brother?
It's an electric bike.
I know that. I mean, what brand?
ISIS wheel. I don't know. I got it off Amazon.
Amazon, that's cool, man.
Like $375.
That baby flies. I've seen that little girl riding it. She'll be doing 90 miles an hour. Yeah, it does. It looks like it flies. Said he got it off Amazon. I think he said it was only $300 or something. The old EagleNick Audis. I would like to have an adult version of that bike, but you can see that feller there's a pretty good hefty feller. He is a lot bigger than old EagleNick Audits. Yes, I have had a motorcycle, but I've never had a motorcycle license. I've had a few gasoline-powered bicycles as well. You do not have to have a motorcycle license for it. You do not even have to have a driver's license to operate a gasoline-powered bicycle as long as it is under so many cc's. Good morning, Miss Gina. How you doing this morning? I love Jesus as well, but what is more important is that he loves us all. Jesus is not a respecter of persons. He loves us all. Now, I would like to have me one of them there electric bicycles. Now, if any of them there billionaires was to be watching and y'all would like to donate the money that EagleNick Audits can get him one of them there awesome electric bikes, feel free to do so. You can send that there money directly to EagleNick Audits via Cash App. The $ EagleNick Audits, the same as it is spelled on YouTube here. And I will buy me one of them there electric bicycles. And old EagleNick will be flying like an eagle. You know what I mean? Burn. How are you doing this morning, Miss Gina? As always, it is an honor to see you in the chat. It is always great to see someone who loves our Savior. But it is a glorious day out here today. My bicycle's still here. They didn't nobody take off with it. That there fluffy bread didn't ever show up. They said they were back there behind me. I thought I smelled crap. I have not seen my stepson David back in the chat there. I hope he is not giving his mother a hard time, because that is what EagleNick Audits gave her. I wish I could find that cicada in this tree here if I could spot it and pull it in to where you can see one of them how they look alive. Now, they were millions upon millions of cicadas that hatched this year. They actually hatched from 2 generations. Some of them, I think it said, had been waiting 7 years to hatch out, and some of them had been waiting for 14 years. Good morning, Greg Davis. So glad you could join us this morning. How you doing, brother? Mr. Alan Davis just left about 10 minutes or so ago. Now, we are coming up on 2 hours and 8.5 minutes. Miss Gina, I really appreciate that, darling. But EagleNick Audits is just an average man. I do not claim to be no more than I am. It's like Paul said, "Oh, wretched man that I am." It is only by the grace of God and the salvation through Jesus Christ that I live. That is good to hear, Greg. I'm glad you are doing well. It has been an interesting day so far. We had a Dalton City Police Department officer parked on the street over that way by the yellow fence that you can't see. You see that yellow pipe? There's one by the road that acts as a gate. Now, that Dalton City Police Department officer was parked directly in front of it. I walked over toward those 2 big trees to the right of that there black or blue, green, whatever color it is, vehicle there. Going to try to get a good straight-on look at the police vehicle. But as I got close to that area, they took off. And then we had a Whitfield County Mountie pulled in, who actually came right up in front of us. It was the same one that was parked here yesterday that showed us his hat. A real cool police officer, or should I say law enforcement officer. Now, there is a big difference between a police officer and a law enforcement officer. A police officer enforces policies, and a law enforcement officer enforces the law. But we need more of both to enforce the Constitution, which is the law of the land. It is the law of the United States of America. All other laws are not supposed to interfere or impede on the Constitution or the constitutional rights of we the people. They swore an oath to defend and protect the Constitution and to protect the constitutional rights of the people of the United States of America. Yet there are too many within our government who seek to do nothing but violate a person's constitutional rights, slowly chipping away at the Constitution to try to make it null and void. Amen, Miss Gina. We are a republic. It makes me sick and tired to hear them there Democrats talk about the Republicans. It's trying to destroy our democracy. The United States is not, has not, and is not supposed to ever be a democracy. Read the Constitution. We are a republic, meaning we are a group of states, but all the rights is for everyone within all those states. Now, if several states passes laws that gives their citizens rights that every citizen in every state in the United States of America is entitled to those same rights and privileges. Yet, there are states like the state of Georgia that does not honor the United States Constitution. There has been more than enough states that has legalized marijuana. Now, the Constitution says that if several states, not 2/3, as it takes to have a constitutional amendment added to the Constitution, for an amendment to be added to the Constitution, 2/3 of the states of the Republic must sign on and ratify that constitutional amendment. But the Constitution makes it plain that if several states pass laws that grants their citizens rights and privileges, that every citizen of every state in the Republic of the United States of America is entitled to the same rights and privileges. That is absolutely right, Mr. Greg Davis. It says, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, not for some, not for a few, not for who they want it to be for, but for all. But EagleNick Audits would like to tell you this. It does not matter where you live at on this earth. We all have inalienable rights that were given to us by our Creator. Our rights were not given to us by man. They were not given to us by our government. Our governments were formed to protect our rights, not to deny our rights, not to strip away our rights, not to imprison us or beat us or torture us for standing up for our God-given rights. Yes, ma'am, Miss Gina, but our Constitution calls us citizens of the United States of America. It is time that we put people in the offices of power who will stand up for the rights of the people. All people. Not just the ones they want to support. Not the ones saying, oh, we will pay your education off. We will pay off your student debt. Is people too dumb or too blind to realize that the Democrats wanting to forgive all that their student debt is just a ploy, a tactic to get them their people getting like their education to vote for the Democrats? Now that is what you call official misconduct, where they receive something for what they are doing. Now, that is against the law. But they do not obey the law. They do not uphold the law. They do not enforce the law, because the law of the land is the United States Constitution in the United States of America. You know what I mean, Vern? The old EagleNick is going to reach into his bag of tricks here and get him one of them 24/7 red 100s out. I think maybe our little buddy wants to say something else too, if y'all don't mind. Hey, everybody. I'm Vampire Nick. Now, Vampire Nick would like to tell everybody, make sure y'all hit that there subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And if you would, when you watch EagleNick's shorts, videos, and past live streams, if you would, please let them their ads play so that old EagleNick audience can receive a few pennies every day, which is paid by them their advertisers to YouTube. That way it don't come out of we the people's pockets. It just costs you a little bit more of your time. Do you know what I mean, Vern? EagleNick really and truly appreciates everyone who comes on to his live streams, who watches his YouTube channel. Whether you are a subscriber or you are one of them dar bootlicking trolls, EagleNick loves you all. Oh, wrong pack. I got the unopened pack out. I don't want to open it. I've got a pack already opened. Well, Miss Gina, they cannot change the wording in the Constitution unless 2/3 of the states ratifies those changes. Now, I've not heard about it being changed. I'm going to set the phone down here. I had to set the phone down for a little bit. My doggone left hand is starting to hurt. Holding that phone too long causes my hand to fall asleep. Let's see if we can get a good look over this way. There we go. I'll at least try to make sure y'all get a good view. Now, EagleNick would like to ask everybody to please check out all my subscriptions. I subscribe to a whole lot of awesome YouTube channels. Be sure to check out Northwoods Press, NH Mountain Girl, Mama Bear, Inferno, the Grim Reaper Network, Vigilante, Money 420, Sean Little, Flex Your Freedoms, Eastern Arkansas Transparency, True North Transparency, Mad Lab Press, Michael Kunkel, the True Spitter, JD 147, I think it is. Let me go back and look to make sure I get it right for JD. Bear with me for just a second and I'll make sure. I'm still trying to find him. I didn't realize they would. Yeah, JD 187. JAYDEE 187. All one word. Be sure to check him out. EagleNick would like everyone to check out all my subscriptions if you would. Make sure if you subscribe, you stop in and say howdy, and you tell them that EagleNick Audits sends much love and respect. Well, I do not owe the bank a penny. I've never borrowed no money from no bank. I know they wouldn't never let me borrow no money, but I've never tried to. Now, EagleNick ain't got no money, but hey, I'm doing just fine without it. I still wake up and I live every single day. I may not have all the luxuries in life, but I did not seek those. I had all the opportunities that everyone else has. I've had plenty of that there almighty dollar in my hand, but anytime I had that there money, I didn't just squeeze onto it and hold on to it. I used it to take care of me and my wife. And then what I had left, I took care of everybody I could until it was all gone. Yes, ma'am, I would say so. What people don't realize in these United States and all over the world, that the governments wants you to be indebted to the government. They want you to have that there money owed out. There goes our friends from the parks who's changed the garbage. They're headed back down because when you owe somebody, you are indebted to them. So they have control over you, whether you know it or not, or whether you may like it or not. But our governments is all about control. They want to know where you going, what you doing, what you buying, who you're screwing. You know what I mean, Burn? They want to know how many times a day you use the bathroom, what kind of toilet paper you use, what you drink, what you smoke, how old you are, how big your foot is, how many times a day you pick your nose. You know what I mean, Vern? Our government has got too intrusive on the people. You know, they are not supposed to intrude upon you. They are supposed to protect you. They are not supposed to attack you. They are supposed to serve you. That is why they are public servants. If they do not want to serve the public, then they need to get them a job working somewhere else. But I guess we're going to go ahead and end this. We're right now coming up on 2 hours and 30 minutes. Right now, 10 seconds, it'll be 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now, I really and truly appreciate everyone who has come on to the live stream. Whether they just came in and stayed just for a second and didn't say a word, where I've had sometimes up to 70,000 views. I might have picked up 100 new subscribers off that 70,000 people, but there was nowhere near 100 people that actually got in that there chat and actually said anything. Now, I don't know what's wrong with all y'all people, but y'all can feel free to hop in that there chat and say anything that you want to say. Now, how you like that? Right as that county mountie went by, I lost my internet. Sitting in the same place the whole time. And I think maybe them fellers over there around that building cut it off for just a minute. Now, they have Wi-Fi boosters out on the top of that building, and they have them over here, and they may have them out here as well somewhere to boost that Wi-Fi, but now they cut it off on people like EagleNick audits when they want to. Now, that Wi-Fi over there at the Lakeshore Park has been cut off for a few months now. It has been cut off for around 4 or 5 months, and they do not seem to want to cut it back on. You know, they break us off a little bitty piece of that Wi-Fi, and they call it free public Wi-Fi, but it is the citizens of Dalton, Georgia, and Whitfield County who are paying for that Wi-Fi that they all get to use. But they break us off a little piece of it and say, here's y'all some free Wi-Fi. They try to tell you how you can use it and what you can do with it. But who is making sure that they are not misusing that Wi-Fi? Who is making sure they are not misusing those computers and those laptops and all the things that taxpayers' money keeps for them to use, like them there vehicles? You know, we pay for the vehicles they drive. We pay for the gas they use. We pay for them their cell phones. We pay for that their power. We pay for that their internet. We pay for about everything that we cannot afford ourselves because we are paying all of our taxes into our governments who does not give a rat's ass about we the people. They only care about we the people's money. Yeah, now it is funny, JD, that I looked out there and y'all saw him for a minute and then it started doing that little circle going around saying it was reconnecting. Now, there was no reason for it to ever lose the internet. I'm sitting still. Now, that internet is just right there and right up here on that building. They may even have Wi-Fi boosters on some of these poles around here because the internet actually works all the way up there at that main shed. Now, they call it a pavilion, but EagleNick Audits calls it a shed. But that is where I originally do my live streams. But the internet connection is a lot weaker, up there. Now, EagleNick Audits does not believe in coincidence. Just like when I was doing that live stream up at the Whitfield County Courthouse, and I went to walk into Sheriff Scott Chitwood's office located within the Whitfield County Courthouse. My live stream cut off. It caused an error, which caused me to not be able to process and upload that live stream. Therefore, nobody could see it except for the fact that I shared the link directly in other videos so that they could go view it. Now, I did not get credit for that live stream. It was not able to be monetized because it did not properly process and upload, which was not my fault. It was the fault of the fact that they cut off the internet on EagleNick audits, trying to stop EagleNick audits from doing his live stream. Now, that is why I went back and did another live stream inside the Whitfield County Courthouse, because they chose to stop my first live stream. But we are going to go ahead and get ready to end this one. And I am going to head on back up to the Eagle's Nest to get this video live stream processed and uploaded. I pray that you all have a very blessed day, that you stay safe everywhere you go and whatever you may do. Take care of yourselves, but be sure to take care of others as well. There are many people out here who are, they may not show it, they may not ask for help, but that does not mean that they do not need it or they do not deserve it, because we were all created in God's image after his likeness. We all have a soul which will live throughout all eternity. It is up to us to ensure where our souls will spend eternity, whether we will spend eternity in the presence of our Creator in his love and mercy, or whether we will spend eternity in utter darkness. Everybody, please be sure to subscribe to Michael Kunkel, the True Spitter, on YouTube. Make sure to check out all my subscriptions. I subscribe to a whole lot of YouTube channels. Now, there goes our two friends that was driving that truck a while ago. They are riding on that little John Deere. Now, some people call it John Deere, but I call it a One Deere, because John Deere is moving their production over to Mexico. They were not happy with that $10,166,000,000 in profit they made last year. They are going to move their production to Mexico to keep the citizens of Mexico in a type of slave labor, because they receive some of the lowest wages in the world. Our dirty and crooked, corrupt government that we have right now allows that freely, because they get kickbacks off of it. Don't be fooled. When Donald John Trump was the president, he put tariffs on all them there imports and said that if any overseas, it did not matter which country they moved it to, they had to pay a tariff on the imported goods that they imported back into the United States, therefore and thereby causing a whole lot of them their companies to bring their production back to the United States And it caused a lot of people with that there tax break that everybody seemed to hate that was a Democrat to bring all their money back from all them overseas banks back into the United States. Now, before we go, I want you to see how them two chemtrails are starting to combine. Now, those chemtrails are let out on purpose. They are not by accident. They are not just produced by the moisture or anything in the air. You'll see those are a lot lower than the ones you've seen sometime. It's 10, 20,000 feet higher than that. You know, they say it only happens at certain altitudes. Look, there goes one being formed right now. You see that little median? Now that is 3 chemtrails. They are cutting right through that one. That other one is going to combine. When they get enough of them there chemicals combined, that's what causes our severe weather, our severe heat. Believe it or not. Yes, sir, Michael Kunkel, the true spitter. It is one deer in one deer green, and letters 3 foot high. He wrote Billy Bob loves Charlene. And the whole town said the fool should have used red, but it looked good to Charlene in one deer green. Yeehaw! There, I'm going to erase it. Oops, it won't go away. They made sure they're dropping that there chemtrail right on top of that other one. You see that big one right up there? It's coming right down in it. Oh, that's just a coincidence. Nothing to see here, folks. Just move on. That's just natural from them dark aeroplanes. Yeah, right. Now, if you believe that, I got a damn bridge I want to see you up there in San Francisco. It's called that there Golden Gate Bridge. It was left to me by my great uncle, Mr. Golden Gate. Well, I guess I better go ahead and end this. We're coming up on 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now, I'm pretty sure I done run down this here battery pretty well on this here TCL phone. Now, it does got a pretty good battery life. It does not have nowhere near as good as a zoom as that there Motorola Pure G. Now, if I had that there Motorola Pure G, which I call Snatchy because it was snatched out of my hands by the Dalton Police Department, it would look like we were actually in them dark clouds instead of looking at them from a few feet away. But we just hit 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we are going to call it a live stream. I see that there other chemtrail that mixed across the bottom of that one. It is heading the other way so he can crisscross back over it. I do not know. Yeah, y'all can see it because I saw it. You got 2 of them over there. You got 3 of them right here. You see that one is intersected. This one is connected. Tic-tac-toe. 3 in a row. You better watch out. Don't you know, EagleNick? All this. I am EagleNick. I love you all. Make sure to check back. Make sure to subscribe and check out all them there subscriptions I got, all the channels I subscribe to. I'm telling you, there's a lot of awesome channels that you may not be aware of. Make sure you subscribe to Michael Kuckle, the Truth Spitter. This is EagleNick. Hey, Ben, I smoked this stronger one. Watch this crock. Hey, Michael Kuckle, I'm going to show Ben my Crocs. Hey, Ben, let me show you what them Crocs is made for. Oh, Ben got to meet the business end of them there Crocs across his buttocks. You know what I mean, Vern? We're going to get ready to end this here live stream and head on out. Y'all better watch out for them there chemtrails, because them there chemtrails are there for a reason. They don't happen by mistake. They place them there chemtrails up there for a reason. It is the reason for the season. This is EagleNick, and I'm out.